Hey, what's up? This is Alex from Xandercustomz, and you tuned in to F3 with Bre'Ana Simone.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bre'Ana Simone, and I am so excited to be shooting season 2, episode 1 of F3 with Bre'Ana Simone. And right now, I'm sitting here with Mr. Alex of Xandercustomz. Say what's up to everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So, tell us a little bit about who Alex is. Who is Mr. Alex?
Well, I'm just a person that grew up in Pontiac and kind of made good decisions and, started painting shoes and stuff like that. Just kind of staying out of trouble, but, pretty good going guy.
So tell us a little bit about where you grew up. You said you're from Pontiac. Tell us a little bit about, for those of you that don't really know about Pontiac, kind of set the atmosphere for people.
Right. Well, Pontiac, it's pretty much like, one of the cities growing up. It's kind of tough, growing up because, like I said, it's a lot of drugs, a lot of guns, just you get in a lot of trouble in Pontiac and things like that. So, pretty much kind of like related to Detroit, just a lot of fighting, just a lot of negativity. And it's kind of hard for a lot of the positive to show because there's so much negativity drawing it out. But yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because obviously that's why I do what I do with interviewing people that are doing positive things, because there are so many bad and negative connotations that go with Detroit, with Pontiac, Flint, the surrounding areas, and we miss the people that are doing positive things. So I'm so glad that you said that, because there are people like yourself that are doing positive things right here in Pontiac. So that's great. Tell us a little bit about Xandercustomz and where it came from, and tell us a little bit about your brand and your name and how you got started.
Well, actually, the name actually came from my actual name. My name is Alexander.
Okay.
So I got the Xander, and that's where I got the Xander for Xandercustomz. I was add customs at the end with a Z.
Okay.
Give it a nice little ring to it.
Right.
But it really just started. I just started off pretty much in the garage at my dad's house, like painting shoes and messing around, and I ended up putting some shoes on Facebook that was, and they ended up kind of going a little viral, and people said, "Oh, those are dope," and I ended up just kind of just running with it, and after then, I've been doing shoes for celebs and stuff like that, so it's really been taking off.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when actually did you start? When was that first? Do you remember that first picture that like just took everything off?
I think it was. I think I did some Christmas Timberlands. There was some Christmas Timberlands I did. They were like green and red, Christmas colors. And those just went off the charts, and I just really couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, these shoes are like people just going crazy. Can I buy it? Can I buy it? And it was just like, so I really think those like the first ones that really hit it off. So.
Okay, so I want to kind of dig deep. Tell us a little bit about, before we get into your first experience with the shoes and with the celebrities and everything like that. Tell me a little bit about your childhood.
Well, I was growing up. Both of my parents, they were married. So I had a pretty good household. I was pretty well taken care of, but it was still things I wanted that I couldn't get and stuff like that. But like I said, I grew up in Pontiac, so outside of home, it was always like trouble I could get into, and I done got into so much trouble as a kid, pretty much just fighting and just all type of stuff, and just hanging with people I'm not supposed to hang around and things like that. But like I said, I grew up, pretty well taken care of, but I was just a knucklehead. I didn't want people to know I'm well taken care of. Just trying to roll with the crew
and fit in.
Yeah, fit in.
So when was it when you were like, okay, this isn't cool? You know what I mean? I think that a lot of like our young men, especially our black young men, they think that certain stuff is cool and we're trying to be in the in crowd. But when was it for you? It kind of sounds like that's where you were as well. Right. So when was it for you when it was like, no, this isn't cool, this isn't what's up, I need to actually do something with my life?
I'm gonna say maybe 12th grade, middle of 12th grade. I actually I had a teacher had pulled me aside. I was going to Northern. Miss Williams, she passed away, but she ended up pulling me aside and just like talking to me, telling me like, hey, this is not the route you want to go. Because like I said, I was actually a good kid, but just trying to fit in.
Right. That's normally how it is.
Yeah. So, but she ended up telling me like, hey, you don't need to do that. I know you're a smart kid and stuff like that. And like I said, I was getting ready to graduate, so I'm like, I gotta do this. So I'm gonna say 12th grade. I pretty much kind of like, kind of got away from that.
Okay. So tell me about this first experience in the garage. You said, you just used to kind of just play around with some paint on shoes. And what made you just like, was it for you? You kind of was like, I want to make me some shoes. Like, what made you be like, I just want to play with these shoes? Like, one day you just woke up and you were like, I want to just paint these shoes? Or how did that kind of, have you always been into clothes, or?
Well, I always been like a painter. Like, I never like an artist like painting on paper and nothing like that. But I mean, I used to like paint wheels and stuff on cars, and people always know me like, oh, can you paint my wheels and stuff like that. But I was really just in the garage. I was painting and stuff like that, and there was some shoes laying around, and my friends were like, oh, these is dope. And then I just picked it up and kind of start painting it and kind of masking it off and painting it, and I was like, oh, these, really look dope. And they're like, those are dope. And I just put a little picture on Facebook, like, oh, these dope, I just made these, and they just like went crazy. So, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Xandercustomz and your brand.
Well, actually, my brand is, it's really growing, as you can see. And pretty much, I just pretty much customize shoes on request, or if you go on my website, you can buy shoes that I've already done, and you see on my Instagram. But I do shoes for request and stuff like that. So if you have a special shoe that you want done, I can do it, and things like that. So that's pretty much.
Okay, so tell everyone where they can actually go to your website, and if they're interested in purchasing shoes, or if they're interested in getting some shoes created, where they can go.
Right, they can go to Xandercustomz. It's www.xandercustomz.com, and there you can, if you need to ask any questions or anything like that, it should be like an email link in there where you can email me and usually answer right away.
You earlier mentioned in our interview that you've done shoes for celebrities.
Right. Tell
us a little bit about that. Who have you done shoes for, and how that actually took place, and how did you feel?
Right. Actually, it all first started off with Elijah Connor. He's a singer in Detroit.
Okay.
And he's really supportive, and he reached out to me on Instagram like, hey, can you do me some shoes and stuff like that and all that, and I ended up going to his page and stuff. I'm like, wow, like I said, I was just starting off, so I'm
like he's somebody.
That's why I'm like, who is this? But
right.
Since then I've done maybe I did maybe about 6 pair of shoes for him, and he's actually really cool with drumming. Andre drums the Pistons, and
from the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah,
okay.
Detroit Pistons.
Okay.
Yeah. And he I guess kind of like, hey, this kid does shoes, and he just like, then drum it and DM me on Instagram like, hey, I want shoes. I'm like, wow, but so I ended up doing some shoes for drumming and stuff like that, and I actually did some shoes for Young Bird. Wow. Young Bird, he's out in LA, and Stevie J from Love and Hip Hop, and I just started doing some shoes for Cash Doll. She's very supportive too, so.
That's awesome. So tell me how you felt. Like, that's a big deal, young guy from Pontiac.
Right.
You started doing this because you made some shoes in the garage and you thought it was dope, and it took off viral on Facebook, and now you have celebrities reaching out to you how for requests and for orders. So how does that feel?
I mean, it feels good. Like, I just feel like, that right there just kind of made me feel like I just could accomplish anything. Like, there's no limit. Like, I could just go as far as I want to go.
Right.
Because once I seen that, I'm like, it's just like motivation. Like, just gotta, just keep going.
Right.
But, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations for that. That's super dope. So, have you considered possibly opening up a shoe store? And is that in the works in the future, or what do you think about that?
I've thought about it. I mean, I would want to do that in the future, but, I haven't really been thinking about it too much. But, yeah, that's a possibility to open a store.
All right, so if you were to open up a store, what do you think the name would be?
I mean, it would be Xandercustomz. I mean, that's what I would name it.
Okay. And so, with that being said, so where do you actually see Xandercustomz in the next, 5 years?
I see Xandercustomz, I don't know, like a franchise. Like, you can just walk in and, sell shoes, any type of retail shoes, Jordans, Nikes, but if you want them customized, you can get them customized. But, just kind of think of it as like a Foot Locker, but you can get your shoes customized there. Something like that.
So where do you see yourself personally in 5 years? Not Xandercustomz, but yourself personally. Do you see yourself still here in Pontiac? Maybe moving out because you're doing celebrity shoes, or what do you think? personally in 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
I don't know. Maybe somewhere high up in a skyscraper, just chilling in the office. I mean, I don't know.
Because by then you're gonna have you a team, you're gonna have your store, and yeah, because we're gonna speak that.
Right. But I don't know exactly like where I might be. You know, wherever God leads me.
Right.
Like, you know. But,
well, what is your dream location to live?
I would probably go to LA because LA, you know, is really big on fashion.
Right.
So I would probably say LA, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you could design shoes for anybody in the world, who would you design some shoes for? What would be one of your like 5 of your top picks that's like that would just be so dope if I can design some shoes for this person?
I'm thinking maybe like Kanye or like Future. I know they both really into fashion and their shoes be real dope. So probably one of them two.
Okay.
That'd be sweet.
That's super awesome. Okay, so tell people again where they can follow you and get connected on Instagram, Facebook, your website, and how they can get connected with you.
Right. You can go to my Instagram. It's Xandercustomz @Xandercustomz, or you can like my page on Facebook, which is also Xandercustomz, and the website is www.xandercustomz.com.
Okay, so you have some shoes back here. Let's talk about these. So let's talk about these ones here.
These are I actually made these shoes for Stevie J, but people were like, "Oh, I want them too," so I just kind of like, you know, made more. But these was actually the first, like, I made these for Stevie J because that's what he wanted.
Right.
They're actually like just Tiffany. They're just Air Force Ones, pretty much like a little Tiffany color, which is kind of like, you know, it's really different.
That's my favorite color, Tiffany blues.
Yeah, because like, you know, Tiffany is like a color you just outside like, oh, those are dope, you know.
Right.
Tiffany, you can't go wrong with that. So, and I got got a red bottom on it, you know, kind of just to give it a little extra flavor, you know, just because they don't do anything like that. But yeah, these are pretty dope. These are actually my favorite.
Yeah. So do you name your shoes after you make them?
Yeah, I just kind of go off of whatever it looks like. If it, you know, like Tiffany red bottom.
So these are Tiffany red bottom.
Right.
Okay.
Like that, you know, so yeah.
Okay, I like these. Okay, all right. So what was his response? Did you actually like meet up with these? Do you actually meet up with these people, or do you send them off? Or
I pretty much just send them off. Like, you know, I'll message them or something like that, or either talk to them on the phone, or just, you know, like I said, just send them off. I have not met up with them or nothing like that. Usually just, you know, send them off and just, you know.
And then do they like get back with you like these are dope?
Yeah, or just give me a shout out on Instagram, like, hey, these are dope. That's how I that's how I know they're dope. You know, they shout me out or something like that. But yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, great. So these are our Tiffany red bottoms. If you're interested in those or any other Tiffany colored shoes, make sure you hit up Alex of Xandercustomz. That's great. So let's talk about these back here.
These are the shoes these are actually the shoes that went like crazy viral. I got like 500,000 views on Facebook for these. Like, and they change colors with hot or cold water.
Okay.
And people just going crazy. Why are they online? So I'm trying to figure some stuff out so I get them online. But yeah, they change colors in hot and cold water.
Wow.
So they change back. People always ask, oh, do they change back? Yeah, they change back. So, but yeah, change colors in hot and cold water.
That's super dope. So what are those called?
I really don't have a name for these.
Okay.
I don't, you know, it's just like
two-tone.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. So were these one of the first ones that you kind of posted? And
yeah, it's just kind of like just a little tester that I posted them just to see what I like, the feedback I'll get. And it was actually good feedback. So yeah, these is pretty much just like test shoes, like prototypes, you want to say.
Okay, that's super dope. All right, okay, let's talk about these back here. Little blue and pink. They look like they change colors too.
Yeah, these also change colors.
Okay.
Like I said, this is another prototype I did just to kind of test the water, and these also change colors in the water, hot, cold water.
Okay.
They actually change. They change pink. Once you put it in hot water, it'll change pink, and then when you put it on cold water, it'll just change back to this like bluish purple color.
Wow. So right now, I know we kind of got the gym shoe thing going on. So have you ever thought about possibly like for the girls? I mean, you know, girls do gym shoes as well.
Right.
But have you ever thought about maybe like some heels or just something different like that to expand?
Actually, you know, I got some heels in my car right now that I gotta do. So
wow,
that'll be the first pair of heels I did. So somebody for prom. So
so you making somebody's prom shoes?
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Prom is a big deal. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, I just feel regular. I just feel like, you know, like it's regular. I mean,
just like you doing a regular period.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. But it's sweet though. I feel like, you know, just doing that can, you know, make me do, you know, that's a whole nother different category, you know, women's shoes. But you know, I'm excited about it. I'm ready to do it in post. You know?
Awesome. Well, I'm so proud of what you're doing and bringing positivity to the community and bringing positivity to Pontiac. And that's why, of course, you're on F3 with Bre'Ana Simone. So congratulations to you and all your success. And tell our viewers one more time where they can follow you on Instagram and Facebook and how they can connect with you, your website, if they're interested in actually getting some shoes custom.
You can follow me on Instagram, and that's at Xandercustomz, or you can like my page on Facebook, and that's also Xandercustomz, or you can visit my website, www.xandercustomz.com. And if you need any special requests on shoes or anything that's not on the website, you can just email me, and it should be a little link on the website where you email me on there.
Awesome. Okay, now before you go, you have to do our F3 challenge. So you're going to pick out something that you don't know what this is. I don't know what it is either. You're going to pick you a question. Let's shake it up here. And you have to answer it for our viewers. Get a little bit in your business, but not too much. All right. All right. Read it out loud for our viewers and then answer.
What do you do when you love someone who doesn't love you back?
From Xandercustomz. What do you tell our viewers? What do you think they should do?
I mean, if you love somebody, they don't love you back, leave them alone.
Well, you heard it here first. You need to leave them alone if they don't love you back. But what if they say, Xandercustomz, you know, what should I do? It's just so hard, you know, I just love them, but maybe they actually they want the person, like they just not there yet.
Right.
Maybe they want to ask that.
Right.
What do you think?
I mean, you can just keep trying. I mean, just, you know, being consistent.
Consistency is key.
Yeah. And I guess being consistent. You know. I don't know.
Well, what did you do? This is a young married man. Yeah, and I think that's awesome. Young black love. That's awesome. So, you know, what's your advice? What is your advice for young couples and young entrepreneurs?
I mean, my advice for young couples and entrepreneurs is, you know, I mean, for young couples is just kind of like trust each other and, you know, love each other and motivate each other. That's big too. And for entrepreneurs, I mean, pretty much just, you know, motivate yourself and also motivate others. Get others, you know, motivated and stuff like that. So they'll be, you know, one community where it's like, you know, everybody's motivated and kind of stop all the drama and stuff like that. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. So that's your relationship advice from Mr. Alex of Xandercustomz. So thank you so much for being on the show. This is F3 with Bre'Ana Simone, Season 2, Episode 1. I'm so excited. Make sure you stay tuned for Episode 2.